co-founder of Becoming Her magazine.
And I'm Jasmine Hawkins, co-founder of Becoming Her magazine. And tonight we have
Terrell Carter, and they didn't even tell me that we were starting. By the way, I'm thinking we're taking a picture, so they just started it. I'm Terrell Carter, and I'm so excited to talk to you, ladies.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm a big Tyler Perry fan.
Okay.
To the point where I'm trying to position myself for us to be on his paid media.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, how was it working with somebody in the industry who everybody look up to?
He's amazing. Tyler Perry is an amazing human being who can look at things and see 20 different dimensions on how it should be. He's a perfectionist, but also so down to earth that he can see you and meet you right where you are. And such a caring person, such a person that I watch him live the life he preaches about, and that's what inspires me, not just the things that I see on TV or working with him. To see another man that lives the life he actually represents, in the public eye. I was like, you know what? I like to see that, and so that's what impresses me about Tyler Perry.
I love that.
I love that. I'm like, how do you top that answer?
You can't.
Right. So we heard that you have a new book coming out.
I have a book out. It's called Problem Child. It's my mom's story. My mom was 11 years old, special needs, one leg amputated at birth, and she had so many challenges. She was 11, and my dad was 24, and he was from the same family. He molested her. And it was all about the challenges of growing up under that whole cloud of suspicion and them not wanting to really say whose I was. And then I came out, now I'm this man, so it all comes full circle. And so, I mean, I wrote my book and told my story because everybody has their shit. Everybody has their story. Everybody's gone through something. And there's no scales of pain to say yours is better than mine or mine is worse than yours. When you in it, it's just as deep as mine. But if I can tell mine, I hope to tell mine to inspire somebody that's living in theirs.
That is
that's
powerful. That is very powerful. So what was the pivotal moment that caused you to say, hey, I'm going to write this book?
Well, I ran into someone. I was at Coachella, and I was wasted, drinking and having a good time, and it was late, and two ladies came up and asked to take a picture, and I took the picture, but I usually, when I'm drinking or something, I don't want, everybody to see you like that, so I'm thinking, let me hide, and then this young guy came straight up, little 21-year-old, and he was just looking, and he said, oh, yo, you want some of this water? So I'm thinking, oh, God, here we go, somebody else to talk to. And he said, and I had said this to myself earlier about some execs that I seen at Coachella that I didn't say anything to, and I said, you know what, Terrell, until you open your mouth and start going to people, you're not gonna get some of the things you want. And so this little boy comes back, and he's like, you want this water, don't you? And I thought, I don't feel like talking, but I do want one of those waters. And he says, you know what your problem is? Until you open up your mouth and get the thing, ask for the things you want, you're not gonna see the things it hit me like a ton of bricks. Come to find out, long story short, he told me his story. He's like, now what's your story, big man? Like, he just somebody that you would never expect to talk to you. And I told him what my background was with my mom and everything. He said, that's a book. He said, and I said, yeah, it is. I'd love to write it. He says, well, I represent a publisher that did Lady Gaga's book. They may be interested in that story. That was Friday. By Wednesday, I had a deal, and that's how my book is in Barnes & Noble today.
Stop it.
God don't play about his
people.
people.
Not at all. He doesn't. And I had some friends who did believe in God, and I told them, I said, you know what, God is so big for me that it don't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter. It's so true that he is who he is that it doesn't even matter if you don't decide to believe. For me in my life, there's no other explanation. It ain't that much coincidence in the world,
right.
And that's just one of the many that have happened in my life over the years.
Wow.
And God be showing up and showing out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're a God affirming brand.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
We are.
There you go. He show up and show out. He really does.
Amen.
And everybody says God comes. He ain't always there when you want him, but he's right on time. The thing is, when you need him, he's there. But I started thinking, like, when you're waiting for that check to come and you couldn't pay the rent and the check comes just in time, think about the processing time that he actually did it 3 months before, because he knew that you would need it when you needed it on the first that day. So that's the God I serve, that has always got my back before my back need to be got.
Mm-hmm. You preaching.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know we have a closing question I'm going to have her ask.
So, do you have any other upcoming projects coming up that you can talk about?
I'm working on some of my own films. Right now, I'm getting ready to do another series. It's on with Tyler Perry. That's on Netflix right now. Beauty in Black is what it's called, and I'm doing part two of my book, and that's coming out probably next year.
Next year.
Next year.
Okay, so we have to ask our signature question,
Mhm.
and our signature question is, what is your becoming him moment?
Becoming him moment was when I was doing Meet the Browns for Tyler Perry, and she asked me the same question, and I got up and I sang. I was singing the song for the first night, and I sang and I was just singing and holding my head up and and everything. And the audience, they loved it, they clapped, and I came off and he said, "Let me tell you, you can sing your ass off, but if you connect with the people." And you really have the conviction that's behind the words that you sing, and you're talking to these people through song. People are hurting. People are dealing with stuff. People want to be happy. They want to laugh. But if you connect them and meet them where they are, he said Beyonce could come out and you could still open up for her and they would never forget you. The next night, that's what I did. And when I tell you, from that day forth, I've been working for 25 years straight. Because that changed my life and let me know not only am I him, I have a place just like everyone else, and it changes you. It changes you when you realize that. That's it. That was it for me.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much, Terrell, for allowing us to interview you today. It's a
Thank you.
pleasure.